This is the Razer Blade Pro. It's a 17.3-inch gaming laptop, and, well, it's one of the most powerful laptops we've ever tested. At $4,000, it's not for everyone, but you definitely get what you pay for. Which is to say, a laptop with the kind of power you normally only see on a desktop. The Razer Blade Pro features an Intel i7 7820HK processor, 32 gigabytes of RAM, a 512 gigabyte SSD, and of course an Nvidia GeForce GTX 1080 graphics card. But there's more to this laptop than its horsepower. Clad in black aluminum with a bright glossy screen, the Blade Pro is, in a word, luxurious. With a matte black interior, unibody instruction, and a single logo on the backside, it's stylish, understated, and just the right amount of audacious. When you open it for the first time, it's hard not to smile as the Chroma lit mechanical keyboard just pulses to life. Despite its luxury pedigree and price tag, this thing is built like a tank, in every sense of the word. It's durable, reliable, and very heavy. It weighs 7.69 pounds, but let's just call that 8 because that's how it feels when you're carrying it around. Even if it is heavy, it feels high quality, dense, like it's one solid piece of aluminum. There's no creaking or cracking when you pick it up. Nothing moves or flexes, even the display has very little give. Thankfully, at 0.88 inches thick, it's a big laptop, but it's not a huge laptop. It looks smaller than it is thanks to its rounded bottom edge. The underside features two thick rubber feet that do a great job of keeping the Blade Pro in place when it's on a table or even in your lap. It has a standard array of ports, 3 USB ports, 1 USB Type-C port, an SD card slot, an Ethernet port, an HDMI port, a headphone jack, and a Kensington lock. That's about what you expect on any gaming laptop, but given the Blade Pro's size, a few extra ports wouldn't have been unwelcome. As you probably noticed, the keyboard and trackpad are weird. The trackpad is on the right-hand side, which might be a problem for left-handed users, but it is big enough that you never feel cramped and responsive enough to use while gaming. The keyboard is probably my favorite laptop keyboard ever. Somehow Razer managed to put together an ultra-low profile mechanical keyboard that actually works on a laptop. It's snappy and responsive and gives a good satisfying click with each keystroke. Keys pulse while your abilities are on cooldown, and during character selection, colors cascade across the keyboard. Let's talk about the display. At 17 inches, it's huge for a laptop. But there's one problem, and for most users it probably won't be a problem at all. I have some weird hang-ups about bezels. Just look at these. It's almost an inch thick all the way around. I understand there are technical concerns here, like finding a display panel that has the right dimensions to fit a laptop lid, but there's just so much wasted space here. Aside from that little nitpick, the display is fantastic. It has a contrast ratio of 900:1 at max brightness, and hits 98% of the Adobe RGB color spectrum, which is basically professional quality. Colors are sharp and vibrant, shadows are deep and dark without losing any definition. These aspects make the Blade Pro's display absolutely killer for gaming. Games look just unbelievably lifelike on this display, thanks to its 60Hz G-Sync panel. With the GTX 1080 under the hood, the Razer Blade Pro just devours anything you throw at it. On Battlefield 1, with settings maxed out running at 4K, we consistently hit about 58 frames per second. Scaling it down to 1440p, frames rate bumped to 126 frames per second. Even on a brand new game like Destiny 2, the Blade Pro is able to run it at 4K with a little tweaking. Okay, bottom line, the Razer Blade Pro is an exceptional gaming laptop. It's well built, powerful, and definitely capable of replacing a gaming desktop. The only real downsides here are its size and those giant bezels. And it gets a little warm and a little loud. But otherwise, it's pretty great, especially if you're looking for a desktop replacement and you have $4 grand to spend.